Hello, guys. The topic is not all about environment. The topic is about to saving the humanity. The way the Delhi's air is becoming poisonous is more as poisonous as a viper. As we have seen in the April 21, 2025, the Delhi recorded the AQI around 205. The CPCB has a bulletin along over presiding this week, April 17 to 21, the capital air quality isolated between the poor to moderate. As we have seen that in this graph, that's the air quality index is increasing and then decreasing as per the recorded air is being calculated. As we have seen that in the 17 April it's poor around 204, and in the 18 April it was around like 219, which was considered to be more poor, and in the April 19 it's 165, which is slightly moderate according to the Indian standards. But although we already know the UN standards, WHO standards are like different from the Indian standards, and also the AQI is around 140, which is moderate because of the gusty winds which flows around April 20, and the 21 is 205, which is slightly poor. The triggering factors on the 18th April, a heat wave sent surface temperature soaring above the 39 degrees Celsius, exacerbating the photochemical smog and pushing the AQI to 219. As we have known that as far as the temperature increases, the air is started to be in rising, and because of the rising, there's a photochemical smog affects the environment in a bad way and make the air more pollutant. The local hotspot like vehicle exhausted and construction dust and open burning remains persistent sources, and especially in the south and the west Delhi's corridor, which is highly affected by the recent increasing pollutants. So there are the other meteorological reliefs which really working for like just immobilize the uh, environment. So it was like gusty wind of April 20, which I was talking about before. The IMD forecast that 10 to 20 kilometers westerlies briefly cleaning the air and lowering the AQI around the 140, which we have seen that due to the less westerly flow and the Delhi reach, there is are some like high conditions that they have like low amount of winds blows. Because of the low amounts of winds, the air is not even clean up that much. As far as the condition is started to being more difficult for the normal people. The stagnant condition on April 21, a drop in wind speed allowed the pollutants to accumulate, driving the AQI back into the poor bracket. On to the health advisory and the responses. So we have know that every pollutant contains some kind of risky elements also, and those risky elements which affects the children's and elders and the humans and sometimes animals also. So what are the groups that which can be highly affected because of that? And that's children, elder, and those who have the respiratory issues and cardiac issues should minimize outdoor exposure and use the mask, because we have to like first start from a particular prevention and then we can like work on the cure. While the short-term meteorological shifts provides the temporary relief, and Delhi's air quality remains vulnerable due to heat-driven emissions surges and long-term strategies under India's National Clean Air Program aim for a 40% reductions in the PM 2.5 and PM 10 by 2025 to 26. But consistent enforcement and the public cooperations are essential for lasting improvement. As at the end of the discussion, I would like to highly want your support, your all support, to protection for not just our current time but also for our generations also. It's a small initiative, but we could have like been aware and we could save the environment and afterwards focusing on those strategies which really helps us to curb the biodiversity loss and also can save the millions of the life, not direct but indirect also. So we could have like raise our voice against the many groups which are like affecting the climate changes and which like occurs. So we have to be in a support and to protect this earth, this land forever.